for audit. In the circumstances, the accuracy and completeness of the amount of Kenya shillings 13,762,983 in respect of trade payables could not be confirmed. Honorable Chair, again, we have verified the documents that have been provided by the management, and we confirm that what was not among the list that the auditors are querying here, the project management reports and interim payment certificates were not provided for audit review. So, in our view, the issue is partially addressed. Thank you.
CC.
Honorable Chair, there is still an administrative issue. The Director to respond.
Honorable Chair, let me pass it to the accountant.
Proceed.
Honorable Chair, thank you so much. The trade payables were submitted later on, and it was noted that most of the payment vouchers were...
Be close to the mic.
Most of these payment vouchers were actually in executive, because this was initially had been processed through the executive, but now they were failed later on and are available, and they were submitted to the auditor. Thank you.
Okay. Honorable Pushine.
If this payment were made later, is there any supporting document to prove that it was paid? And where is the annex?
There is an annex on the supporting documents at Annex 6. Annex 6. Annex 6 starts at, there is a voucher for Lango. The last voucher
Annex, what? It's not 6.
Annex 6.
Annex 6.
Yes. Sorry, Chair, the arrangement of vouchers, the annex is at the end. Now the vouchers supporting are before that Annex 6.
So it's at the back?
Yes.
See, you did not arrange the files accordingly. What is the title?
The voucher starts at, there is one voucher for Lango. That is the first voucher. If you can look at.
Yeah, I've seen for Lango.
Yes. Then and the others, and now followed by many other vouchers.
Yes.
Up to where it is written Annex 6. So all those vouchers are supporting that expenditure.
Yes, I can see. Yes, I can see. What was lacking only on this one, I think if I got it right, is that what was lacking was the project management report. Is it here? Do you have the report?
The project management reports are usually prepared by engineers and they are separately filed, so they will be provided. They will be provided. Yeah, we can organize to avail them before the end of the day or tomorrow. Yes. Okay.
The next issue is on budgetary control and performance. The statement of comparison of budget and actual amounts reflects nil income budget and actual amounts of reflects final income budget and actual amounts on comparable basis of Kenya shillings 192 million and 45 million respectively, resulting to underfunding of Kenya shillings 147 million or 77% of the budget. Similarly, the fund had a final expenditure budget of Kenya shillings 192 million against actual expenditure of 44 million 838 to 48, resulting to an underabsorption of Kenya shillings 147 million 161,752 or 77% of the budget. The underfunding and underexpenditure affected the planned activities and may have impacted negatively on service delivery to the public.
It was marked as a?
We verified and the management noted that the county treasury did not avail the funds, and therefore, to the best of our knowledge, the fault there is not with the fund but the county treasury.
Yes.
Yes.
So the issue marked as addressed.
Addressed.
So next.
We are moving to the next section of the report, and this is the report on lawfulness and effectiveness in use of public resources. Number one, over budgeting of funds to the Bomet County Flocker Fund. The statement of comparison of budget and actual amounts reflects that 4 million in respect of transfers from the county government. However, review of the statement revealed an amount of Kenya shillings 56 million was budgeted for the Bomet County Flocker Fund, above the required amount of Kenya shillings 36,738,670 from the development budget. This contravenes sections 47A, subsection B of the Bomet County Climate Change Act 2021, which stipulates that the fund shall be financed through initial capital appropriated by the county assembly, being not less than 2% of the county development budget. Money appropriated annually by the county assembly, which shall not be less than 2% of the annual development budget of the county. According to the Act, the county executive was to appropriate to the fund an amount of Kenya shillings 36,783,670, being 2% of the county's development budget during that year, of Kenya shillings 1,839,183,582. In the circumstances, management was in breach of the law. We have reviewed both the Act, the Bomet County Climate Change Act 2021, and the response by the management, and we agree with the management that the budget was within what is provided for in the law, because the law talks of at least 2%. So it is allowed by the law, and therefore, this is satisfactorily responded to and addressed. Thank you, Chair.
Next.
Number two is lack of an approved budget. The statement of comparison of budget and actual amounts reflects revenue and expenditure budget of Kenya shillings 192 million respectively. However, management did not provide approved budget contrary to Regulation 39(1) of the Public Finance Management County Government's Regulations 2015, which says that each accounting officer shall, within the guidelines of the supplementary budget circular and in conformity with the budget guidelines issued by the County Executive Committee member, prepare revised budget estimates in the format to be issued by the Cabinet Secretary. In the circumstances, management was in breach of the regulations. There is no evidence that the Bomet County Climate Change Steering Committee approved any budget during that year, and therefore this issue is not addressed.
CC.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. We have responded that the approved budget was derived from the county budget, and since the contributions from the donor had not yet been received, we could not be able to provide for it in the budget. But now, consequently, we approved. It was approved due for the financial year 2023-2024.
So you have the approved version?
Yes, Honorable Chair, but we don't have it here. I believe we can be able to provide.
Account?
Honorable Chair, indeed, there was approved budget for the climate change for financial year 2023-2024. We will avail it before the end of the day tomorrow. During this financial year under review, we didn't have, as mentioned by Honorable Waziri here, finance, but this subsequent financial year 2023-2024, we had an approved budget for climate change, which was approved by the County Climate Change Steering Committee. So we shall avail the document by end of day tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you. Next.
The next issue is on implementation of non-approved plans and activities. Review of the statement of financial performance reflects amount of 45 million and Kenya shillings 44,838 to 48 in respect of total revenue and total expenses. However, review of note 3 to the financial statements revealed that expenditure amounts of Kenya shillings 9,099,500, Kenya shillings 16,721,164, and Kenya shillings 19,011,154 in respect of purchase of tree seeds and seedlings, rehabilitation of water pans and professional services were not approved by the Fund Steering Committee. This was contrary to Section 46(1) of the Bomet County Climate Change Act 2021, which stipulates the establishment of the County Climate Fund to provide funding for priority climate change actions and interventions identified by communities and other stakeholders and approved by steering committee. In these circumstances, management was in breach of the law. Honorable Chair, we have verified the responses, and there is no evidence that there was interventions identified by the communities within various wards and other stakeholders, and there was no approval by the steering committee, and therefore the issue is not addressed. Thank you.
CC.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. The Director to respond.
Honorable Chair, indeed, during this financial year under review, we didn't have the approved plans, neither did we have any investments on climate change from the community. However, during the subsequent financial year, we did have what we call participatory climate risk assessment and the Bomet County Climate Change Action Plan for the year. So during that time, the community submitted all the projects or the investment that they wanted to implement. And therefore, it was this financial year 2023-2024, we resolved the failures that we made during 2022-2023 financial year.
Now, what are the main causes of failure by the Fund Steering Committee to approve the annual procurement work plans as required by the law? And give us the action plan.
Honorable Chair, I will submit a Bomet County Climate Change Action Plan, which was approved by the Steering Committee, the Cabinet, and it was also submitted for approval in this House, Honorable House. So during this financial year, we had anticipated to receive the grants from the donor, but apparently it delayed because of some of the issues which National Treasury had not solved. But during this financial year 2023-2024, all issues that arose during this financial year, which one included non-participation from counties so that we can have intergovernmental agreements with the National Treasury and the county governments. That was done in 2023, financial year 2023-2024. So during this financial year, there was no intergovernmental agreement.
Honorable Bushina, do you have something? Or any?
Maybe a comment, Chair. We have been asking the non-compliance of these issues, and the response that we get is that they'll provide it later. We would like to have these issues presented while we have Office of Auditor General representative here, so that we can interrogate it together. And if it is brought later, Chair. So I was saying, when we are asking for proof of these documents that we don't have here today, it is better that we have it when we have a representative from Auditor General's office, so that we can interrogate it together. And if it is brought later, Chair, you know, this document was prepared prior, and it should be that we have all the documents provided here. This brought later, we shall not have that opportunity of interrogating together. So it is good next time that all the documents and the question that is here be brought, so that we sit and clear it once and for all.
I think that is very clear.
Yes, Honorable Chair. Noted.
Proceed.
So, as Honorable Chair, as mentioned by our Honorable Member, next, we have taken note of what we didn't supply during or avail during the audit, that next time we'll make sure all the documents are availed. But for the case where there are documents which we can avail, we shall before the end of business tomorrow.
Next.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. The next issue is on failure to develop and operationalize regulations. The fund management presented their annual reports and financial statements for the year ended 30th June 2023 for audit review. However, the entity